Bets.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Big win in our last video, sweeping all of our plays, but today's a new day, and we are looking to set you up again with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment and subscribe, and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. Also, at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into Sunday's slate of games for round 2 of the NBA playoffs, so again, take a moment and hit that like button. If this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Nikola Jokic for less than 50.5 PRA. Taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this line Nikola Jokic has actually failed to exceed in 8 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this line Nikola Jokic has failed to exceed in 60% of his last 20 games, in nearly 50% of the games he's played this season, and in 7 of his last 10 matchups versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against Oklahoma City Thunder defense that this season was pretty solid overall when it came to defending against their opponents' PRA totals, not allowing too many points or assists, however giving up a fair share amount of rebounds, and when it came to defending against opponents' centers, they were ranked even better overall, giving up very little points and assists to their opponents' centers, and an average amount of rebounds allowed to the position. And coming into this game off of a loss, we are expecting the Oklahoma City Thunder to come out aggressive, especially on the defensive end, and limit Jokic from reaching this line. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Nikola Jokic is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, just around 40 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall PRA total. Again, going under this line in 7 of his last 10 matchups versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. And again, coming into this game off of a loss, we are expecting the Oklahoma City Thunder to come out aggressively, especially on the defensive end, and limit Nikola Jokic. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Nikola Jokic for less than 50.5 PRA. Now for our next pick, we'll be headed over to the points plus assists tab, and this time we'll be selecting Jamal Murray for more than 27.5 points plus assists. Now this is a line that has been actually bumped up by a point through the course of the day, and if you guys have been on DFS platforms for a while now, you know that lines are constantly getting bumped, and that is why before we go into our next pick, we want to share with you guys Epic Fantasy. These guys have got an incredible platform that you guys are going to want to check out, because on Epic Fantasy, one of the things we do love is the fact that they have an amazing feature in their line consistency. So the lines that you see at the beginning of the day are exactly the same at the end of the day. So that means they have absolutely no line bumping on this platform. And unlike other DFS apps where you are playing against the house or even with regular sports betting, on Epic, you play against other individual users, which means you still have the ability to win your slips despite losing plays as long as you get more plays correct than your opponent. And best of all, on Epic, they have extremely high payout boost, much higher than many of the DFS platforms. So when you win big. And if this wasn't good enough already, Epic is giving you guys a great deposit match when you guys use code BLITZ. So go check these guys out if you guys like line consistency, extremely high payout boost, and the opportunity to win your slips despite missing plays. And again, we think you guys will like this as much as we do. Now again, for our next play, we will be taking Jamal Murray for more than 27.5 points. We see that this line Jamal Murray has actually exceeded in just 5 of his last 10 games, but one of the features we do love about Outlier is our ability to filter for game-specific conditions, and one of the game-specific conditions that we feel we have to factor in for this game is the fact Denver Nuggets will be playing at home. They have one of the best home court advantages, and coming into this game, we see that this line Jamal Murray has actually exceeded in 7 of his last 10 home games, as well as a line that Jamal Murray has exceeded in 55% of his last 20 home games. Now, Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against the Oklahoma City Thunder defense that this season has been very solid overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' points plus assists, not allowing very many points or assists to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against the opponent point guard position, the Oklahoma City Thunder are again just the same, not allowing very many points or assists to the position. However, again, playing at home, with extended playing time for Jamal Murray because of the playoffs, we do expect him still to have enough opportunity to reach this line. Here's OKC's defensive numbers against opponent shooting guards for those of you who want to see that as well. Taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Jamal Murray is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 42 minutes per game. And one of the things we do like about Murray is his high efficiency from the field over his last 10 games, near 18 attempts per game, shooting close to 50% field goal shooting, and in a very impressive 41% from behind the arc on over 6 attempts per game. Murray has also shown a great ability to play make over his last 10 games, over 10 potential assists per game. So coming into this game, we do like Jamal Murray to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Jamal Murray for more than 27.5 points plus assist. Now for those of you wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we wanted to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Jared Allen for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Chet Holmgren for lower than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to have access to making picks on whether or not players will get triple doubles or double doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all their free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. So make sure you guys go lock these in so you guys aren't leaving any money on the table. And again, if you aren't already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. Now before we get into our next play, we wanted to share with you a sports betting tool that will take your game to the next level, and this is RotoWire's platform. They have some of the best tools available, again, not just for sports betting, but also for individual player props and DFS apps. They've even got fantasy sports tools if you guys are into that as well. And one of the things we do like about RotoWire is our ability to filter out for whatever platform that we're on. So for example, if you are on PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper, you could just select all of those, and from there it will show you the best plays from each of those platforms, or you could simply even search up a player that you were interested in looking at their stats, and it will show all of their available player prop and what the projections are for each individual plays. So for example, Chet Holmgren, on this line, many DFS sites are projecting him to go over, as well as some sportsbook projecting him to go slightly over this line. However, RotoWire is telling us that they feel he will go slightly below this line, which is a nice little insight to know when making these plays. And from here, you could even make your picks and submit them to the platform that you're already on. And again, this is just one of the many tools that are available on RotoWire. They have so many more tools at your disposal, including various news information for fantasy sports as well. And right now, our RotoWire will give you a 25% off discount when you click our link in the description below and use code BLITZ. So go give these guys a look. Now for our next play, we'll again be under the points plus assist tab, but this time we'll be selecting Donovan Mitchell for more than 35.5 points plus assist. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this aligned Donovan Mitchell has actually only exceeded in 4 of his last 10 games, so this may come as a bit of a surprise to some of you. Again, only exceeding this line in just 30% of his last 20 games. However, this aligned Donovan Mitchell has actually exceeded in 6 of his last 7 matchups versus the Indiana Pacers. Additionally, Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers will be facing off against an Indiana Pacers defense that this season was pretty below average overall, giving up a fair share amount of points and assists to their opponents overall. And when it came to defending against opponents' shooting guards, the Indiana Pacers were ranked even worse, giving up plenty of points as well as assists to their opponents' shooting guards. Here's the Pacers' defensive numbers against opponent point guards for those of you who want to see that as well. Overall, coming into this game being down 2-1, we are expecting Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers to come out aggressive and have plenty of opportunity to reach their line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Donovan Mitchell is getting a solid dose of minutes per game. Over his last 10 games, there are 33 minutes per game. And one of the things we do like about Donovan Mitchell is his high efficiency from the field. Over his last 10 games, they're 50% field goal shooting on 21 attempts per game, shooting a very solid 37% from behind the arc on 9 attempts per game, again over his last 10 games. And Mitchell has also shown a pretty solid ability to play make over his last 10 games, over 10 potential assists per game. So coming into this game, we do like Donovan Mitchell to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Donovan Mitchell for more than 35.5 points plus assist. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 400 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. So take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below and sign up for the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and their top tier analysts will get you right. So sign up using code BLITZ for 15% off. Hey, thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.